We begin from emptiness. Here there is nothing. We can call it void or whatever we like it, but this is necessary because physics runs on differences. Not just between two different levels, but also when we compare any state with no state. Here there is no ground as counterpart to the presence of energy. This energy can assume different forms. These impulses are the free propagating waves. They can be light, radio, microwave, X-rays, but we also have particles as protons or electrons and fields. From emptiness we expect nothing because everything in the universe comes from energy. The overall amount of energy in the universe is a finite quantity that can only be transformed. So you must have energy at first if you want to do some changes. And it's easy to grasp why. If I could spawn gold out of nowhere, no gold would have value. It's the finiteness that makes things worth, and we can only transform what is already existing. The universe we observe can persist only if the underlying physics is consistent. As example, all electrons must have the same properties and behave identically. They must be interchangeable, otherwise this gold could disappear at any moment, and the same goes for anything else. As for the intrinsic properties, so the capabilities of interactions must be the same. Transformations follow very strict rules for conservation, because only this way energy can be meaningful. This gold bar would be the same in the Andromeda galaxy, thanks to the solid behavior of each form of energy. And this consistency is what we appreciate in the coherence of the observable universe. It's important to consider both aspects of the existence with their differences. Even emptiness can have meaning, but just as consequence for the presence of energy. As example, there is void between these two systems, but any value we can extrapolate here, it's completely defined by the energy of the two. So on this side we have the infinite of emptiness, but it's not a real quantity because only what doesn't exist is infinite. On the other side, we can define the existence of energy through its finiteness. It can be huge, but it's always finite. Therefore, each form of energy is quantifiable and possesses specific properties that define what they are and what they can do. While fields and waves are continuous, particles are energy confined in a locality. We say they are discrete. These particles are the building blocks for all matter in the universe. Both humans and equipments are made of particles, so it doesn't matter if we observe or perform experiments, we can't escape the realm of discreteness. Particles are the only quantized form of energy in the universe, and this material limit prevents us from seeing the continuity lying underneath. Indeed, it doesn't matter how much energy there is in the incoming wave, because each particle has very specific limits and capabilities, and we can only see what is interacting with matter. We can't directly appreciate the continuity of waves, but it can be inferred through experiment as the double slit. Quantization also applies to potentials. Every potential and every potential barrier in the universe comes from particles emitting fields. Thus, all potential are inevitably quantized too. However, in many cases, the contribution of the individual is negligible relative to the overall amount, and in practice the quantization can't be noticed. Whenever we consider the capability of a system in absorbing and emitting waves, we are always in presence of a finite number of particles doing finite interactions, regardless for the amount of energy that is available. Since the system is discrete, it will absorb and emit a discrete amount of energy even if waves are continuous, so that the catastrophe lies in what physicists can believe. In closing, there are huge differences between void and these many forms of energy, and most of the crap in quantum mechanics comes from its inability to discern void from waves, from fields, from particles. It's just one fussy mess. Despite waves and fields are continuous, humans wrongly believe everything is quantized because they can only see the universe one electron at a time.